running backs, and just like at receiver, we had kind of Kenny Golladay to bat lead off and begin there. I think that person at this position is Aaron Jones.
Agreed.
The Packers. So let's begin with whether you think he should stay or will stay with Green Bay and they should pay him, or if his future is elsewhere.
Well, how much, first off, I thought there was a chance, and I don't think we still know the true franchise dollars. Do we, Pete? Is it $11 million is what they're reporting right now? But I don't think we know officially what that number is. Yeah, I thought there would be a chance that they would franchise him, try to ride him out one more year.
Yeah. Let's say it's $12 million.
Yeah.
Is he worth that?
$12 million franchise?
I know what I'd say.
It would make me think 1 year, maybe. But really, he's not. On a year-to-year basis, I would say no.
But think about this 1 year.
I know. The 1 year is what changes it. And you're in a window with Rodgers and all of those type of things. That's what makes it an interesting conversation. The Packers themselves, they got some work to do, as far as getting over the salary cap too. They're in a little bit of a tough spot there altogether. So, yeah, I thought there might be a chance. I did. I was a little surprised, but I understand it too from this standpoint. When you look at running backs and you get into average salaries per year and all of those, hey, listen, this to me, this guy is not a top 5 running back in the NFL. That's the first thing I'm going to say right off the bat.
I've got a yeah, but there, but he's a quality running back for a team that really needs one.
Yes, I know.
For an offense that's working pretty well.
That's where they got to balance it.
And it's 8.7. Is that right, Pete? 8.7 million?
That's what they're saying?
Yeah.
That to me is where if it was 8.7, I would have said yes. I don't understand why not.
Yeah.
We kind of hit on this, I think, 2 pods ago. There's not a lot of game breakers on that offense.
Right.
He was the one guy where, there's a crack or, there's a screen pass, and he could take it up 70 yards up the sideline. Other than Valdez-Scantling, there's really nobody that scares you that way.
No.
So I am surprised by that. I don't know what their logic is in that. Are the negatives about Aaron Jones? Is he always going to get tough yards, and when there's not a lot there to be had, is he going to plow it up in there and get you 5? No, he's not. And to me, I'm putting myself in their shoes a little bit. They're probably looking at it too, going, well, damn, he gets to run against a lot of good looks, and we got a great offensive line, and everybody's worried about stopping Rodgers in the pass game. So it's the perfect environment for him to succeed that way too. So that's where I at least toss it out. But he is the big guy out there. I just don't know.
What's he worth out there?
That's what I mean. To me, he's not like in the Joe Mixon, Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey conversation. Those are guys that are all $12 million and north per year. I don't think he's that quality of football player. Now, that next group of guys, yes. When you get to the Kareem Hunts, Saquon Barkley, I do think he's better than Melvin Gordon at this point of his career. If you can find a way to sign him up for $8-9 million a year, then take it all the way. But I'd have a hard time throwing out $12 million per year for a guy like fair. Aaron Jones. Yeah.
Let's take a look at the Aaron Jones, the odds for his next team provided by PointsBet. Miami leading the way.
I mean, they're that has been out there. They need something like that, as far as a legit game-breaking running back, good in the pass game, do those type of things. I mean, especially if they have Tua at quarterback, I think they're going to have to play a certain way to make that work as well. The 49ers are the team I'd go, I'm sure they would love Aaron Jones. I mean, he's their kind of guy. Shanahan's going to go, wait, nobody can create holes better than me. And this guy, if you give him a hole, he's got a rocket up his ass and he can go with it. And then the other team that I think really these top 5 teams.
San Francisco's second.
San Francisco, that's what I mean. It's realistic with Shanahan. Yeah. But then, we hit Green Bay. Arizona was a team I wrote down for him as well. That does make sense. I mean, again, it's a wide open field. It's Kyler Murray, and you got to worry about him in space. He's a space running back. That's what he is. And lastly, the New York Jets. That would be the other one I'd look at. The Jets have a ton of money, and you're running the Shanahan running system.
It's a great one.
So he's going to know the terminology because Matt LaFleur, he's going to have similarities there. Chances are they might draft a quarterback at 2, or at least I think they should, and we'll see where that goes. To me, that would make sense, too, to jump that, get that going in the right direction.
Zach Wilson just called it and said, yeah, go ahead and get that done.
Yeah, go. I mean,
I'd like to hand him the ball next year.
When I look at the Jets, we've already hit 2 guys where I go, they got a lot of money. I mean, if I remember here, they're third in salary cap. They got $72 million in space right now, right? They're second. They're all basically at $72 million. The Jaguars, the Patriots. I look at the Jets and go, we've mentioned two guys already where I just go, Curtis Samuel and Aaron Jones. I would go, ooh, and we get him with Zach Wilson. Ooh, watch out. We could be explosive. That would be a cool combination. But I could certainly see any of those teams that we just saw there in that top 5 for Aaron Jones.
In addition to the salary cap spot they're in, which is good, 2 first-round picks this year, 3 next year. They are in as good a shape as anybody, not in terms of roster, but
a chance
money,
to build it and
picks,
go the right way. Yeah, they're in a real power spot, no doubt.
Joe Douglas. Okay, so that's Aaron Jones, the top running back. Who counts for you as the best of the rest?
Yeah, I mean, I think Marlon Mack is the guy you got to look at a little bit there. You know, he was injured last year, but he's still talented running back who can do it all, can run with a little power, and I'm not going to say he's a game breaker, but he's still got big playability where he can rip off 30 and 40-yard runs. So I'm going to throw him out there as one guy that I think there's going to be a little bit more demand for him than maybe people realize. You know, and then I look at Chris Carson, Leonard Fournette, you know, Kenyon Drake, who I'm not as high on maybe as, you know, the rest of the world is, but I really look at Chris Carson and Leonard Fournette to be guys to watch out for. I still think there's mileage on Leonard Fournette's tires. You know, Chris Carson, it's a physical brand of football. I don't know if he's going to be the same guy 4 years from now, but for the next 2 years. And when I look at those guys too, and I just go, hey, Pittsburgh Steelers, you want some attitude at running back?
Yeah.
You want to get back into like smash mouth and, you know, helping Big Ben with the running game? To me, those are two guys that will assert their attitude on the football team. The O-line will be like, well, this guy, he'll kill people if we just give him a hole. He'll run through a wall. And that's a match that I look at that could be very sexy and cool.
I'm glad you bundled those two together because they're kind of similar.
Right.
I'm going to make you pick one. You only get to go after one and sign him.
I would probably go Chris Carson. I probably would, yeah.
I think he's been more consistent the last few years.
Yeah, Fournette, there's a few more question marks altogether.
Intriguing. How intrigued are you by the way he finished last year?
Oh, well, I was a huge, Pete, I'll tell you, before the start of the year when Jaguars released him. I mean, I took a lot of crap on social media because I was like, Fournette's still got something. He's not a guy you just like say, hell, it's over. He's got some starting caliber traits. You know, I think the end of the year will give him a boost. The fact that he didn't get crushed into the ground last year and didn't play a lot of snaps, I think that helps him out. You know, he's intriguing. I think Carson, maybe is a little bit more reliable and dependable to me at this point. But I am a fan of Leonard Fournette.
And considering how much Brady and that offense leaned on Fournette there in the postseason, I don't have the numbers memorized anymore, but I think he was in double digits for touches with runs and catches, easily into the double digits in the entire postseason. Shouldn't he be worth quite a bit to them?
Yes, I would think.
To keep around?
Yes, I would think so. They probably are also looking at it, though, going, we drafted our first-round running back 2 years ago. We got to start playing Rashard Penny. We got to, and I know he's been hurt.
Ronald Jones?
No, Rashad Penny, the kid they got from San Diego State like 2 drafts ago, or it's probably 3 drafts. San Diego State.
Right, but didn't he get picked by Seattle?
Yes, yeah. What team did you say? I thought.
I'm talking about Tampa Bay.
Oh, Tampa Bay?
Yeah, we're on different pages.
Yeah, well.
I'm talking about Tampa Bay. And
if they got Ronald Jones, then there's no way. No, I don't think that Fournette's going to go back there, especially if he's commanding or he wants, a pretty little penny. Yeah. They got enough things they got to go. And Ronald Jones is in the prime of his career, explosive. He's a true guy. So sorry, I thought you were talking about Seattle and Chris Carson.
I thought you said Penny just to get a dig at me.
No.
Pay attention.
No. But no, I don't expect Fournette to be back with them. Chris Carson to the Steelers, Fournette to the Steelers, Aaron Jones to the teams we mentioned. We talked about Marlon Mack, one team that I look at and go, wait. The Atlanta Falcons, they got nothing at running back. They've got an Arthur Smith, right, who's going to base their offense around the run game. And I'm sure they'll draft somebody, but that's where I look at like Marlon Mack too, where I go, Marlon Mack, to the Atlanta Falcons, that makes sense to me. They need something there so Arthur Smith can run his play action pass and Matt Ryan can make some plays off of that. The other one I'm just interested in general, just before we move on, I want to see well, where are the Broncos going to tender Philip Lindsay at? That is one I'm just a little intrigued by, because
what do you think they should
he's
do?
a restricted free agent, and if they better high tender him. I would think they'd have to. I mean, he'd be one of those guys where I just think when people turn on film, they're going to go, holy shit, like these are some unbelievable runs. He's unbelievable in the pass game. He's explosive as hell. And I don't know what they do there, but he's one of those restricted free agents I kind of got my eye on too.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.